Hello friends, hi Robin, hi Toms, hi Maybe Depressed, how are you doing? How are we feeling? Let me start everything up. Happy Thursday, friends. I need to drink something. I'm thirsty. How am I already out of soda? I feel like I got something like an hour ago. Thirsty, yeah. People are still arguing on Discord instead of coming here. I want to argue too. Hey, not DG, how you doing? Welcome. Have you found your way here? If there's anything you would like to know, let me know. I'm doing great, Vanadium. How about you? What were we? Oh yeah, so yesterday we were working on more granular permissions, and we realized that proto-buff enums are stupid. Case in point, what the hell is this? Hello, Mr. Situation X. Hello, hello. Proto-buff is stupid? I wouldn't say that. I mean, this is stupid, but apparently there's like a bunch of programming languages that do that too. I mean, you can send proto-buff over UDP. Alright, so I'm assuming that... Oh yeah, so here we need to do group roll with a umlaut. I know Vanadium, but I was just, you know, continuing that thought. I look like a stardust? Okay. Don't know what that means, but thank you, I guess. Alright, so this is gonna have an error, I would assume. It should, at least. Oh, no, because we need to change the internal thing, too, right? This is gonna have the error, right? What do you mean? Where's my error? Oh, proto-buff's great. Proto-buff is wonderful. Let me do this again. Hello? Good morning? I'm assuming if I do cargo build here, that's... Huh? What if I change something? Okay, now it woke up. Okay, weird. How am I doing authentication? Plain text passwords. For now. Plain text passwords that are exchanged for JWT. Alright, okay, at least now it woke up. Now we need to go to internal and make the same change there. Chat group role. Quite bold. Well, no risk there as long as I don't deploy it. You thought we were going with Facebook SSO authentication only? No. Sorry to disappoint. What is Video Games Day? Hi Roger, how are you? Robin, yell at people to get in here instead of arguing on Discord. I want to argue too. Okay, so now this is unhappy, as it should be. So... set group role rec now also needs the role. No, it's not Vanadium. It is not. Let me move this one up here. Here. Today you had a 3-hour meeting where you could finally decide the color and shape of icons on the map to represent different things. What kind of map is this? Hey Typical, how you doing? I mean, I'm actually down for glass style. You've yelled at them already and they're not moving? Unbelievable. I mean, Windows Vista was peak design, to be honest. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Sure. There we go. Okay, and you're now unhappy because this, right, so this needs, right, so the moderator thing here needs to be renamed to... role, right? Yeah, okay. Role integer. No, typical is just being silly about, like, because I was talking about ambient lighting. And I guess this is their way of coping with the fact that they don't have enough ambient lighting in their room. And now here we need to... instead of having moderators here, we need a hash map of U64 to... group role. Yeah! And I guess we can make that a pub use here too, right? In the main, somewhere. Group role. Yeah. And now this can just be create group role. Yeah. We can even put it in here. Yeah. Hey Ewo, how are you? Hello down there. So this is, if role is, can I do greater than group role user? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, that's dumb. Group role. Why is this unhappy? From what do you mean? From I-32. Use the try for, okay, sure. Try from event role. Unwrap. Alright, that's good. Roles, insert, role. Yeah! Yeah! Group role, try from I-32. What? Oh, import role. Really? Interesting. Okay. But now this is gonna be unhappy because it doesn't know what the type is supposed to be. Have I watched LCK recently? No. I haven't watched LCK in years. What is Melanox, Emo? Unwrap. Okay, but now this is right. Now this is unhappy because it doesn't know what type this is supposed to be. And the server is RUST, and the client, from what you understand, will be browser stuff. Correct. Will this have an API or something that could be used to make a custom client? Yes. So basically, all you need to make a custom client is this protobuf file here. It has everything you need to interact with the server. So you just need like the endpoint, and you need like an RPC implementation. That's it. Because it's just WebSockets and HTTP. Yes, it is. The browser's using the protobuf as well. Correct. So the protocol can be completely shared using this proto file here. Thank you. Yeah, I assumed this was about the League LCK, yeah. How did I remove the topmost bar of IntelliJ? What is the topmost bar for you? Oh, they sell super high-speed networking equipment, okay. You're upgrading, so they're like switches then, or... How do I do this? This is, underscore U64, U64, I32, right? Yeah, okay, good. No, I'm assuming they mean like in their local network. Oh, network cards, okay. So this is like something that's in your computer now then. think if we refresh, this should be there, right? You're happy now, right? It's not updating it again. I don't know why it's being weird. So this just becomes roll. And now it should... Wait, this one's still unhappy? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Well, this also then needs to change to roles, right? Hello, Booty. How are you? And hi, IHQ. How are you feeling? Yeah! Now you just gotta get Casper here. Oh, they still have to arrive. Okay. So what makes you need so much, network capabilities in your home network? Was it just more because you wanted? I mean, Netflix isn't gonna use your local network. Meanwhile, the Booty goes right back to the Discord. Booty! Get back here! Get your ass back here! What the hell? What are you? Someone who should stay here instead of fleeing to the Discord. Hey, Vexen! Oh, you were watching the VOD. That's cute. Hello. Is there something in particular in Svelte that you would like to see? This is true. A Booty is here. Yeah. The discussion is kind of getting out of control. Good. Let me get in on it. Bring it here. Let it get out of control here. Well, specifically, it's Python, JavaScript versus C, Rust as a starting language. I don't think either of those are really better than the other. It's more just, what should you use as your first language? Shouldn't it be English? Shouldn't you be banned? Don't they normally start with C or Java? Yeah, but I think that's a terrible idea. I think those are terrible starting language. As plural. You will go down with the joke. I appreciate your commitment to the bit. Gotta respect it. I would strongly disagree that C is the best for starting. I think it is incredibly unsatisfying to spend like a week learning something only for your rewards to be a little bit of text printed in the console. Like, that's just so unrewarding. It's just not fun, you know? So this should be, user group role, user and group. I do think Java is better than C, but it's still like, any compiled language is not a good fit for a first language, I think. Did you do something wrong again? The only thing you did wrong was staying in Discord instead of coming here. Hey Casper, how you doing? You actually had a very nice day today. I love to hear it. Who's Rob? I mean, okay, but if someone... Let me put it this way. If someone already specifically knows that they want to do backend, they're not truly a beginner. If someone already knows enough to know that they want to do backend coding, then they already have a pretty good idea of what they want to do. And if it's specifically what they want to do, then by all means, like, I'm all for everyone finding their own journey, but if they don't really know where to start, then I think web dev is the best start. Oh, Robin! Okay. After today's debate, I mean, I'm not angry, you know, like, you're entitled to your opinion, Casper. I'm not gonna be angry at you because you disagree with me. I'm happy to see you nonetheless. Oh yeah, definitely, like, the compilation is a part of what makes, the barrier of entry so high. I also want people to understand type systems, but not when they're first starting out. I think it's just overkill when someone's just starting out. Alright, so this needs to be rows. This also needs to be... Give me 1 second. Okay, hello. I don't think types are not beginner friendly because it's just an additional thing that people have to think about. Like when someone is starting out, you want them to focus on the things that are fun, not about things that they have to think about. They for sure learned about fractions in the school. Yeah, but you start with addition. You don't start with fractions, you start with the simple stuff. Did I see the new mess? I have no idea what that is, Agrawal, no. If it's by Facebook, then I don't really pay attention to it. I mean, we could also use a map here. It's kind of tempting. If we were to use a map here, this would just be a clone. Ooh, that's real tempting. That's real tempting. Like, I'm assuming that's how it works, right? Like, if I was to make this a... Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Map. U64. User group role. Like, I can just clone then, right? Oh, this needs to be group role, not user group role. Oh, okay, never mind, it doesn't work. Never mind, it's stupid. Never mind. We're not doing this. Never mind. Hello, Martin, I'm doing great, thank you. How about yourself? Okay, let me give the yellow a little treat. BRB. I will just wash my hands, and then we're gonna give him a treat. It's a yellow. Hello. Your beautiful comment. Come here, little comment. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Here's my beauty. So beautiful. Oh. Who's that? Huh? Who's that? Keep going. Oh. Have a treat. That's a good fish. Yeah, where's yours, Grumpy? I know. I know. Where's yours? I know. Unbelievable. Hello. Hello, Unstoppable. Do we use unwrap in production? Depending on the use case, I personally would, but I know there are some people who would disagree with that. You think C will teach you more basic stuff that will tell you much more about how a computer... But you don't need to know how a computer works to be a programmer. You can, and eventually it might make sense to you, but you don't need to know that to be a programmer. Well, of course you have to learn types eventually, but not at first. Facebook will literally be on your face. I'm just jealous. Is that how it works? Yeah, of course, like, it's always important, like, why does someone want to get into coding? I agree, Roger. Like, if someone knows what they want, like, that's basically when someone comes to me and asks me, how should I get into programming? That's my first question is, do you know what you want to do? Because, like, if they know that they want to, like, make websites or that they want to make a desktop app for something, then the best thing to do is, like, to make a simple version of what they want to make. So exactly, it depends on your learning goals. You think the streamer is slowly converting you to the Church of Fish Lovers? Good, good. Fish are amazing. No, fish can definitely fetch codecs. You can train your goldfish to do tricks. Goldfish are incredibly smart. Absolutely, you can train fish to do that. I didn't train mine to do any tricks because I don't really care about tricks. I just care about them, like, cuddling and smooching and that. Do I think that Facebook will kill the Threads app? I hope so. The less social media there is in the internet, the better. Hello, Andrew. I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? Who said something about learning how a computer works? Roger did. I mean, if you want to do applications that run on computer, I mean, all applications run on computers, so I don't think that's an argument. If, like, you know, you don't need to understand how the computer executes your code to be able to write the code. Like, you can call a function without knowing what it does under the hood. It's okay to just look at the name and be like, okay, this is the input, this is the output, that's all I need to know. You left the stream community, no one is offended, you can share your thoughts, you can call me a nerd, /Ben. How many lines of code do we have in this project? I don't know, a bunch, like 5,000 or something, I'm not sure. I don't really have a line counter installed. I mean, why would you need to know how a car works to drive the car? What? I don't need to understand what the motor does or how I don't need to know how to take apart a car and how the inner workings work. I feel like this is exactly the argument. You don't need to know how a car works to be able to drive it, and you don't need to know how your computer executes the instructions to use them. I feel like that, but the opposite. And yeah, like I said, I mean, there's no hard feelings because we disagree about this. Like, it's an interesting thing to talk about, especially for anyone who's like considering getting into it. But it's not like, you know, it's not like anyone's gonna get offended because, oh my god, we have a differing opinion. You can install a line counter. That's what you think. I mean, well, what do you consider a good driver, though? How does knowing how a motor works make you a better driver? And yeah, plus we're specifically talking about how to get into it. I mean, if someone wants to be like a professional driver, then they should probably know like the inner workings of their car and know how to like get the most out of it. But if someone just like, you know, is someone who wants to drive a car, then they don't need to know about that. Automatic cars are so nice. I will never go back to manual. I freaking love automatic. Fuck switching gears manually. I mean, I don't think you have to fix your own car just because you like your car. A petrol-based engine likes to keep the RPM higher to use. Is that true? I thought I wanted it to be lower. Well, yeah, of course, like the motor brake is a real thing, of course, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure Casper's a good teacher. I still don't agree with like starting with C, but like, you know, having a teacher who actually enjoys it and knows their shit is way more important than anything else. So I completely agree with that, Robin. Like, I would much rather someone start out with, like, C under Casper than, like, start out with, like, JavaScript under someone who couldn't give a fuck, you know? Absolutely. Well, yeah, first have to be a rally driver, but, like, you don't have to be a rally driver to drive a car or to drive a car well, you know? Like, a rally driver is a professional driver. Like, that is very much like the highest level, you know? And you shouldn't hold people who are starting out to the standard of the highest level. You don't even know how to drive a manual? I'm sure I've forgotten too. You miss driving a manual until you're in traffic. I mean, I feel like a lot of places don't differentiate between comp sci and software engineering nearly enough. But really, you want it to be higher? I thought it was always better to have, like, lower RPM. I mean, again, I drive automatic, so, like, my car can decide for itself what RPM it wants to be at. Your discrete mathematics teacher literally just read from the book when you asked her a question. Something should have asked your outward mathematics teacher instead. Good teachers don't exist, bullshit. Good teachers absolutely exist. There's not enough of them because we don't treat teachers well enough, but there are good teachers. There are some things you'd want to know even on a very amateur level. Not when you're starting out. I think when you're starting out, with driving, then I guess driving is also a little bit different because there is, the potential for damage when you're just stumbling around is a lot higher when driving, like, driving has a much higher skill floor than programming, I would say. Because, like, if you're just stumbling around, well, like, just trying things out, then you're either gonna ruin your car or you're gonna ruin someone else's car. But the nice thing about programming is you can absolutely just, play around, try things out, and there's no punishment for failure. No, I'm in Austria. I have, no, both my mom and I have petrol cars. You love tutoring, but you also love being able to say, if I'm not clicking for you, try X person. They might have a different way of explaining it. Absolutely. There's different ways of teaching, and there's also different ways of learning. 1 in 5,000 is non-existent. Statisticians would like to know your location. Yeah, correct. It's worse to crash a car than your program. You would know Car War. How did we even get into cars? Someone brought up the metaphor of, like, if you want to be a good driver, you have to know about cars. And, like, I kind of disagree with this in, like, two ways. One, I think you can be a good driver without knowing about cars. And two, I think driving is kind of like a different subject entirely because, like, sorry for bumping my microphone, because the punishment for failure is so much higher. Like, you don't want first-time drivers stumbling around the streets just trying things out. I mean, you can't drive without knowing the traffic laws because then you don't have a driver's license and then you're not allowed to drive. You remember tutoring math to a kid that struggled with learning and you couldn't teach him the area of a rectangle conventionally? But once you explain it as building a Minecraft farm, he grasps right away. Good on you for finding an approach to learning that he could understand. You really sound like a good teacher. Hello, brown hounds. How are you? I don't know, I feel like driving is like, you know, despite the fact that you're just using the car, there's still like, I would say there's more you need to learn to successfully drive a car than to successfully use a computer. Cars are a lot less intuitive than computers. Master69, thank you for the follow. How are you? But yeah, of course they're not fully comparable, but like, there is a lot to learn for both of these. A birder. Really, Robin? A birder? What is the study of birds called again? I forgot. There's like a smart name for it that I forgot. I need to look this up. I want to know what the name for that is. Study of birds. Ornithology! Exactly. Thank you, Kawar. That thing. Ornithology. That's the word I was thinking of. What do you need to know to drive? The rules of traffic? Like, you know, just, the laws, who has the right of way, how, like, safety rules, a lot of things. Like, knowing traffic lights isn't enough to start driving. I do own, what do you mean? I do own a car. Huh? How often do I get Starbucks? I don't like coffee. If a customer double clicks the pay button, how am I going to prevent from charging twice? It's a hard question to answer without knowing how your system is set up. You could use some kind of lock, you could, use, you could store in the session what, like, the last card was. You could, like, immediately clear the card after, like, during checkout. Or just enjoy twice the money, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's no bad drivers. Of course there are, but that doesn't mean that's a good thing, right? It doesn't mean that should be a thing. Discord has been forced pushing age verification certain places as an experiment. Is it like the places like the UK that have been doing like the ID laws? Well, of course it happens, Codex, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't teach them to do it. No, I'm literally saying that driving is different from programming. How am I contradicting myself? I'm bringing it up as an example that driving is not a good comparison. No, people use two-wheelers. Hello, Johannes, how are you? And they're really annoying. Honestly, we need way better laws that fucking motorcycles can't be so I hate motorcycles. Why are they allowed to be so fucking loud? I fucking hate motorcycles. Anyway. I mean, there's nothing wrong with their existence, just don't allow them to be so they don't need to be so loud. Cars are required to have mufflers, why do motorcycles not have to? It's like, why? Why are they allowed to be so fucking loud? Anyway. I have opinions on that sort of stuff. Well, I'm saying that it's different for driving because the potential damage that can occur when you make a mistake is much worse than for coding. Of course, there's people who drive and don't do it right, but that should be prevented for the most part. Oh yeah, electric motorcycles are great. Your motorcycle is not loud? Good. Maybe you should take a break from AI in the Nackerball. Maybe that would help. The loud ones are really annoying, yeah. I mean, it's really about the noise. Like, the noise is the only thing that bothers me. It's like, why is it not regulated better? You know, like, why are cars required to have mufflers, but motorcycles can scream so loud you can hear them for kilometers? But Codex, we're talking about someone starting out. I'm not saying mistakes can never be a problem, but when you're starting out, when you're making baby's first web app or like Hello World, a mistake doesn't matter. Don't like move the goalpost. You hate cyclists, oh boy. They ignore road rules, my goodness. Please do put mufflers on bikes and arrest anyone who drives a bike who doesn't have one. There, I said it. Fucking noisy assholes. Annoys me so much. Fucking making their midlife crisis everyone else's problem. No, we're talking beginnings codex. That if you thought we were talking about like the eventual goals, then it makes sense that we were having a misunderstanding. This is about the subject of the discussion is how should you start out with programming? What language do you choose when you're starting out with programming? Of course, eventually you have to like go a lot deeper and like you know, deepen your knowledge and become like, you know, more like learn things that make it easier to write good code, but like when you're starting out, it should be as simple as possible. Noise level laws are on a state-by-state basis in the US. Of course they are. Yeah, it makes sense why we were talking about such different things in Codex. Just goes to show how like people can be talking about a topic for like half an hour and be talking about completely different things. I'm only using dark theme on stream, Makashi. Night theme is still the best theme.
In an extremely clear and unconfused way. You know, normally we protect our own behavior.
You think we need to understand how memory works if we need to make a system like Linux?
For why we behave.
the virtual memory or user space, but we don't need to understand it if we make an app on top of it, like web or user interface. You're right, yeah. So for the more lower level you go, the more you need to understand about the inner workings of the system. If you're just making a web app, then who cares how memory works?
Anger and ego and arrogance and pride in your own personality are not serving and are not helpful. And it will keep teaching you these lessons again and again and again, showing you starkly and
Hello, Simflaren, how are you?
until you start fixing your behavior. And
Wait, there's already laws for motors. Then arrest them, arrest them, arrest them all.
become a less toxic and more positive person.
I mean, the nice thing about EVs isn't even how much it costs to fill up the equivalent of their tank. It's so you can do it at home. You don't need to go to a gas station. You can just plug it in into your frickin' 240 volt outlet and charge it overnight. And I say that as someone who doesn't have an RV because we don't make small cars anymore, just like we don't make small phones anymore. Let me have small things. Let me have a small phone. Let me have a small car, and let me enjoy my small things. Why does everything have to be massive? If Smart made an EV, I would buy it right now. They made like one and it was terrible. I just want a smart-sized EV that's like, you know, not terrible. Why does everything have to be massive? Really? They changed the direction of the one-way street. Wow. Why do they do that? Be like water and electricity, go the path of least resistance when learning. Absolutely. Completely agree, Codex. I love how, like, as soon as we resolve the, like, misunderstanding, we're, like, on completely the same page. Yeah, of course. No, word ban doesn't apply to you. I don't think a word ban could, like, affect... I mean, I guess we could set up, like, a bot that bans everyone who says the word, but that would be pretty fucked. Hey Phoenix, how are you? How's my splitter cable doing? I bought a splitter cable from Amazon warehouse. I remember thinking while I was like installing everything, I was like, you know what, I should probably test this thing before I install it. But I was like, nah, it's fine. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So I install everything, I put it through the cable channel and everything, and then I go to plug it in, and I see this. Thanks, Amazon warehouse. Fucking shit, dude. I had to tear everything down again, and I have to send this back, and I ordered a different one. Ugh. Then I see the e-motorcycles that have a removable battery that you can then carry home and charge on the wall. And what do you do with the motorcycle? Do you keep the battery but buy a new motorcycle? You once crashed your friend's car because you forgot it was an EV and it was on with literally zero sound. You thought it's off, you pressed the accelerator. I mean, I don't think you have anyone to blame for that but yourself. I don't think that's an argument against EVs that you didn't check whether the car was on before you pressed down on the fucking accelerator panel. How do you get an adrenaline rush if everything... Why do you need an adrenaline rush? Let things be nice and quiet. I mean, Honda's EV car is still massive now. They changed the direction because they turned the street that led into it into like an alley. It was very close to like a more old-fashioned town center later to route a different axis. Oh, okay, okay. You think the plug is missing something? Yeah, maybe. Half the price, half the energy. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Tired Beaver. What happened? I don't think it's quite that brutal in there, Casper. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it, Agashi? EVs explode while sitting in the sun? I don't think they do. Oh, I see, Roger. So it's like you don't need like a dedicated like charging port outside. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. But the battery has to be relatively small then, right? Because those things are heavy. It's a cool idea though. I like the idea. Actually a really cool idea. I love that. Especially for a motorcycle that doesn't need like a massive battery. That's amazing. You would rather drive? Yeah, definitely, Agashi. All the EVs, as soon as you get into the sun, they all explode. That's why every time you drive on like any kind of street, there's just constantly explosions going off around you from all of the EVs exploding. That's why they're still being produced, because they all explode as soon as they get into the sun. Definitely, that's what happens. Would Code gripe not giving more descriptive lifetime names? Here's Lanky. I mean, in this case, it's like this is just method specific, right? I do generally agree, but if it's like, you know, just the lifetime of the method, then I think A is fine. But I do see where you're coming from, yeah. Oh, the battery's like, 15 kilograms. That's still quite a bit, though. Still a really good idea, I think. Yeah, it's not like small, yeah, literally a like gas motor is like exploding all the time. You actually bought an EV, it was a rainy day. Unfortunately, the next day it was sunny, so you were left with just a crater on your street. Yeah, exactly, that's how it works. Best to only buy one in winter, because you know as soon as summer comes, well, boom, there it goes. It's why they're so cheap too, because they only last until the next sunny day. No, this is about a motorcycle, Casper. The biggest hazard on the road is the lowest common denominator bad driver. Yeah, probably. But yeah, this is like specifically for a motorcycle that you can like detach the battery from and like charge it inside, which I think is a really good idea for like city living. So that like you know, I don't know how fast it can go, but I'm assuming like it's just like for like a city scooter basically. I think it's a really cool idea. Yeah, of course they're costly, yeah. I mean, you don't buy it because it's cheaper, you buy it because it's more convenient. I don't know why this still isn't updated. It's being a bit weird. This is a map. Proto user group role. There, this should work. But yeah, batteries are like the biggest concern, and innovation in battery technology is probably gonna be like the biggest thing of like the next 10-20 years. Like that's way more important than any AI shit. Is like new battery technologies are gonna be massive. Yeah, generally you almost never want to buy a fully new car, right? I mean, how often do you travel between states though, Agashi? Once a week! I mean, I guess then you're one of the few people that an EV isn't right for. Especially if you don't have like any fast charging infrastructure. $500 once a week! Wow, that sounds horrible. Of course you can post links, yeah. That's crazy. If I build now, it should be updated, right? What do you mean unknown? Why are you not updating it? Hello? I'm so confused. Wait, what? No, this needs to be... a group role. A role. There we go. I don't know why it's not properly rebuilding and something's... Is there a way to... cargo watched file, something like that. A RUST source files change, such as something like that. somehow need to, like, I think the problem here is that this no longer lives inside the server directory, and so it doesn't understand that it doesn't, like, see the file has changed, and so it doesn't recompile. 12 euros of diesel for you. Wait, how long is your commute, car war? I would be at war with cars too if I had to pay that every day. Yeah, there you go. What kind of an idiot owns an EV? Why, it's Sunny, I know. It's cool that I'm using Protobuff. Thank you, Pasitronic. Protobuff is awesome, yeah. How's Discord 2 going? Going pretty well. Trying to configure cargo to watch for changes in these files too right now. I'm not yet sure how to do that. How you doing, Pashley? Also, hi, Asagos. You can use the song command, Pasitronic. Hey, Armales, how are you? Well, the playlist is the chill playlist on Pretzel. Is like a specific service for streamers that I will probably cancel after my current subscription period because it kind of went to shit. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna switch to yet, but Pretzel isn't really it anymore. I've not really found any good ones on YouTube. At least not ones that like are like royalty free. No, I don't want that. Yeah, I've never used Spotify because I don't really listen to music outside of streaming, which I know is weird, but I'm weird. Time to use the Meg to automate cargo? I don't know about that one. I'm not sure about that, Armalis, but... I mean, does that mean you can just play any video game music? I don't think so, right? Like, they can't just have, like, a blanket license for any video game music. How does it know when to do a rebuild? I feel like this is so poorly documented. Hold on, does this get run or no? It did run it, but it didn't print this. That's weird. Where's my debug output, huh? No, I don't want to... It's not about, like, automatically recompiling. I'm talking more about, The thing is, if you run cargo build twice, it will only rebuild if it actually detects that you've made any changes to the source files. Not a hot reload, no, I'm just trying to figure out how cargo determines whether there are changes to recompile. I don't want to force, I want to just include files in those dependencies. Try to tell him that it's a senior engineer. Sorry, it didn't work. Good idea, though. Ooh, what game codex? Tell me about your game. Oh, what's this? Maybe using include works? Let's try this. Because I think right now, if I was to change... If I was to change, where is it? If I was to remove this, it wouldn't rebuild, right? Yeah, correct, it wouldn't rebuild. So, if we now do... How about this? Did that work? No, it didn't work. Sadga. It doesn't rerun the build script is the problem. Can you give me a non-YouTube Shorts link? Because the YouTube Shorts UI is freaking toxic. Actually, you know what? I'll change it myself. I will show you how to change it. Here. You open this. Here. You go... watch $v equals. And you get rid of the fucking horrible UI. Suddenly, you're in a desktop browser again. Now watch it? Alright, I'll give it a shot. Oh, I need to unmute, hold on.
I got my system prompt. I got my docs indexed. I got my 6300 page cursor rules file. Make GTA 6. You will construct unit tests. Where have the times gone, baby? It's all wrong.
Align the buttons. No, make them aligned.
Where are the plans we made for two? What did I put this 300-page PDF design rationale for? More cars. More blue. More violet.
I'm so glad I don't do vibe coding.
12,000 line system prompt for the drop-down menu. Make it 3D. No, wait. 4D. It has
4D.
the ISO 27001 standard. Still stuck in that time. Please, please, please. Make next app.
I like how the GTA thing worked instantly, but a next app is impossible. It's just impossible to make a next app that works well. It's humanly impossible.
Come on! Make GTA 6 Omni. It's even harder to picture that you're not ChatGPT. You said it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try again? And in no time that you wasted all of our credits burned down, I've wasted my time. You turned out the lights. Now I'm not AI still.
What is happening to the game?
Time when we called it Claude.
What a crackhead. Backpack battery. Oh, let me see.
This electric bike has a really unique and innovative battery design. With very little effort, you can remove and wheel the
Oh.
CF125's 5.6 kilowatt-hour battery pack. However, it does weigh in at 40 kilograms and
That's
can't be
heavy.
safely taken up or down a flight of stairs. So what would you prefer, to carry around two 10-kilogram battery packs or to wheel around a singular heavier one?
I mean, why can't you have one 20-kilogram one? Pink descent, but maniacal. Do I know descent? What is 60 OF? Hey, Agentourist, how are you? You got a guy who takes that to work, the bro just pops at the battery in the middle of the office and puts it charging on the bottom of the desk? Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need something to drink. BRB. Hello. I think you used unwrap wrong. Sorry, what are you compiling and running with Linux System D? Talk nerdy to me sounds like a great t-shirt. Alright, let's see whether we can hear a change detection, yeah. So why does that not work? Like, I'm literally doing what it, rerun if. Hold on. Hold on. How do I do that? How do I do that? Wait, what is this? Oh, printing to standard out, okay. How do you do that? Oh, you literally print line it, wow, okay. I've never seen this. So I literally do this, huh? That is crazy. Is that gonna work? Oh my god, that works! Wow, okay. Well, now we know that. We learned something new. That is definitely one of the less intuitive parts about Rust. You're making a web app with Axum, and what does your web app do? But yeah, I'm not trying to set up a watcher. The problem is that the build script was not recompiling, and I guess this fixes it. Introducing random changes to make the program suit the output is considered bad and a shoddy practice, but if you do it fast enough, it's called machine learning. Nice. Where's that from? Is there a way to have cargo output when it's validated to watch upon startup? What do you mean? Did we notice a performance drop of GPT-4 models when 5 was released? I've not used either. So not me. Oh, there was no problem Cargo was complaining about. This is just, we just had to, like, randomly stumble upon this, like, bit of magic here. This is definitely not Rust's best feature. Give me 1 second. Hello. What else can we set here? A rerun of changed if env changed. Okay. Pass custom flags to a linker. Adds libraries. Flags to the compiler. Okay. Okay, also linking. Don't care about linking. Okay. Well, we found the one that makes sense to use. Why are you so unhappy? Why are you so unhappy? Don't be so unhappy. Okay, good. I mean, can I just do I-32 from this thing? Do I need to deref? Surely it's fine for that to be a reference, no? What do you mean? Why? Fine, I'll deref then. Fine. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna put a copy here. And then I don't need to do any of this. Then I can just do this. And then I can just do this. And screw you. Oh, you're still unhappy, huh? What do you mean? Oh. Okay, never mind then. Alright. Your client has purchased a fleet of new Macs. Those are M4 Pros with 48 gigs of RAM. For years they said they had no budget. I guess that's just code for they didn't want to spend money on whatever you asked them to spend money on. You met a guy at work that uses Vi instead of Vim. Wow. I mean, if it's just about the command, I write Vi too. But if it's not an alias, then yeah, that's crazy. I also write Vi though. The rare times that I do use them. You're still unhappy. Why are you still unhappy? Did I remove it? I did not. Are you gonna stop being weird now? No, you are not. What do you mean? Huh? Oh, it's... Okay, I'm dumb. It's called the wrong thing. Oh no, it's called the wrong thing. I'm stupid. I do. I have a license provided by JetBrains. They gave me a free license because I'm streaming using their tools. And I can give you a discount if you if you decide to buy one of their things. Nice, Finwo. Hello, how are you doing? Someday someone will release a Vi clone named Six. Ooh, I like that. Who's your +1 armadas? Have I ever been fired or let go? I got let go from my previous job because I asked for more than 35,000 a year. I know, so ungrateful of me, right? It is pretty outrageous, yeah. Yeah, $35,000, yeah. It was not a great company to work for. But that's where I was working on something like this. I was having fun writing the Rust thing, you know? But eventually I was like, at the very least, give me a assurance that when this thing starts making money, I will get a piece of the pie, and they didn't want to do that either. No, it wasn't Gumroad, no. I'm still with them. They denied, yeah, they completely denied. They let me go for daring to ask for more, for being so ungrateful. But that was like years ago, and I'm happy it happened because I literally like let me say I multiplied my salary after leaving there. That's how underpaid I was. Hey Justice, doing well, thank you. How about you? Oh yeah, they did. For sure, Paratoid, for sure. They were just taking advantage of my passion. It was just a classic American company, you know, like it was an American company run like an American company, very much like you. Company loyalty, oh, we're a family, except when it comes to, you know, us taking care of you. Also a no-no company, so like very interesting all around. I don't think they ever, like, really said that we are a family and stuff, but it was very much like that kind of, like, environment. The switching advice, I mean, probably look for something else before switching. Like, there's no reason to, like, quit your job if you don't have anything else lined up. Okay, Tower. Hey, LG, how are you? No, yeah, it was super great for me that they did that, you know, like, I was very much undervalued there. No, actually, you know what? I remember what happened now. I didn't get let go for asking for more. What happened is I basically, you know, because 35k was just like way too low. So what happened is I started part-time working in Gumroad while also working there, and they were so offended that I looked for a second job because, you know, they were paying me peanuts that they let me go. Of course you can send a link, yeah. I'm doing wonderful, thank you, LG. I mean, it's not just about money, right? Like, if you can get the same amount of money, or even a bit less, as long as it's livable, and have, like, a better company culture, that's worth switching for. Hey, Arian, how are you? How's Grumpy P today? Let me ask him. Hey, Grumpy. Grumpy. Remy, pay attention to me. Remy. Hello. How you doing? There he is. Hi. How you doing? How you doing, beautiful fishy? Hi, Grumpy Fish. Where you going? Come over here. There he is. Hi. How you doing? I think he's happy. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Hello. Hello. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. I'm having a wonderful night, thank you. How about yourself? Hey, Shores! How are you? Why don't you talk about company culture? Fishy cam should take up more space. I mean, the problem is that it's like, you know, it's so wide, you know, so I don't really know how to give it more space. Hi, Grammy. Hi, Grammy. I mean, I can put it to full screen. Like, I do this when I'm AFK, but... I mean, right now it's like, you know, the screen is like the 1920 on the canvas, and then it's like me on the right of it. Isn't that right, Grumpy Pete? Yeah, that's right, Grumpy Pete. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're so precious. You're such a precious fishy. You're doing a little dance, aren't you? You're so precious. You're so happy. I love you. I was considering like doing like an underwater POV. The problem is there's just no good underwater cameras. Like, it's actually so hard to get an underwater camera that you can connect to a computer. They're so precious, Paratoid. I love them so much. You went to work at 8 and came back at 22. What happened? That's way too much. Oh, what's this, Johannes? This is incredible. I love this. Manages when they receive 2 weeks notice from the star worker that they have used for years at work. That's amazing. You had a guy from work for you that came from India. He seemed honestly surprised to be paid well and being treated with respect. Is it so bad there? Oh, you're like a consultant then, LG. So like you have your own company. You're looking for a Switch, okay. So do you get paid overtime or how does that work? Hey Edwin, doing great, thank you. How about yourself? Recently you found out you really can't use a GUI IDE because from the start you used Vim and NeoVim. I mean, if you're used to it, then it makes sense, yeah. I mean, can you just SSH and then open Vim? You need to be there at 8 because people from Hong Kong cannot stay an hour later. You also need to be there at 20 because the guys in the US cannot wake up an hour early. I mean, from my perspective, if you don't get paid overtime, then why do you do it? Is there just kind of like no better job, or like no way in hell am I working for any hours for a company without getting them paid, you know? I mean, so they can fire me, you know? Like, it's, I guess it depends on, like, you know, what other opportunities are there. Like, if it's what you have to do, then, like, to make any kind of money, then, you know, you do what you have to do, but, like, for me personally, there's no way I'm doing any work without being paid for it. Like, absolutely fuck that. Let's do own role is should we have the owner in there? Probably. So what machines are you SSHing into, Arian? I've never used Emacs, actually. I mean, here we can just do roles, get, unwrap, or default. Surely it has a default, right? It does not have a default. No. No. Rust enum default. Is that like a thing already or no? Let's try it. Let's see whether what happens if we do this. We have an enum here, don't we? Yeah. Default. No default declared. Alright, this works. Cool. Hello, Vim Diesel. How you doing? Sometimes you do for developing low-level stuff like what's Keep it to English, please. It's kind of hard to get another company to pay you this much with your experience. Before your experience, but I mean, if you, like, basically, if you could find another company where you would get paid a bit less, but also have, like, you know, way less workload, I feel like that would be worth it. Good morning, Lily. No, sorry, Irene. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Typical, who was like saying something in non-English. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, it's situational. That makes sense, yeah. What is TCS? EBPF. I have not heard of this, I don't think. Dynamically program the kernel. Wow. Sounds crazy. I've never heard of a Berkeley packet filter. Good night, Johannes. I appreciate you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's a great name, isn't it, Phoenix? I love it. Oh, it's a company known for its low pay. Okay. You used Aya RS to write it. So what do you do with this? Like, this sounds cool, but it's like, you know, a whole thing. So like, how would you TLDR it? Oh, really, Agentourist? And they do, What happens if I, Packet processing doing syscalls for security. So, I'm sorry, you might have said this before, but like, what is actually like, how would you like sum up the product you're making? Hello, Frozen Sparkle. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you, Robin. Oh, there's a lot here. You're having the best day. You're planning your vacation. Tell me about it. Where you? Oh, you don't know where I'm going yet. So what do you know at this point? They were brought in to replace a massive number of local employees at a huge company based in your city. Oh boy. And then, and the story just ends there. That sounds about right, yeah. Can I ask where you're traveling from, Frozen? It was discovered that they had built a data center in India that replicated— Oh wow, really? What happened? They replicated the client's data center, including some very sensitive data about the company's clients. Wow. I mean, they have enum attribute. Oh, I guess I could do this for. There was a lot. I feel like yelling isn't good enough there. You wrote sorry, what's UPF? Are you doing all of this for fun, or is this like for... No, you said you're doing it for a client, right? Sorry. You said... Wait, did you? Sorry, are you doing this for yourself or like for someone else? Yeah, I asked where you're traveling from, Sparkle, if I'm allowed to know.
Already small and enclosed space. And in a moment I'll give you an amazingly quick solution which will fit you.
UAE, okay. And so you want to travel to Europe. Is like the visa gonna be like a problem at all? I know that like for certain countries getting like a Schengen visa can be pretty difficult. At least like I remember when I was in like no when Gumroad was doing like a retreat in Rome, like a few people were struggling to like get a Schengen visa. Oh really? If it's straightforward, that's fine, yeah. Also, hold on! I just reread that message. You know Europe? Right now it's between Japan, Germany, and Romania. Where's Japan, Sparkle? Please tell me where Japan is. Okay, just making sure. You can't edit messages on Twitch, unfortunately. It's not, sophisticated enough for that. Yeah, I can edit literally can already edit messages in my chat app, but can't do it on Twitch. Unlucky. Can I look at the source for this? Yes, I can. I guess we need to look at the actual, this thing here, right? Let's look at the map type thing. Oh boy. Here, code generator, right? Mm-hmm. What can we look for here? Field attribute, that's what I want to think. Field attributes. Is match. This is what we need. Amorgy, thank you for the follow. How are you? Where would I suggest, or where would I go in general? I mean, I'm biased, of course, but I think Austria is pretty nice. Or, I guess, let me ask you first, what do you want out of this vacation? How long is it supposed to be? Until today, you used to think SMH means... Well, what did you think it means if not shake my head? Do you think it means suck my head? Oh, you thought it means somehow. Sorry. That sentence could really have used a comma, Agashi. Yeah, Italy's also nice. Good food, yeah. I really want to know, Sparkle, yeah. 35 days, wow. That's quite a vacation. So you're just using like a bunch of saved up vacation days then. I hope you sleep well, Agashi. Thank you for being here. For years, you've been like a workaholic these past few years. You will go, yeah! Oh, you won't quit? Oh, like you're quitting your job, basically. Dude, limiting sick... Whoever thought it was like a good idea, or like even the whole concept of sick days being like a limited resource is insane to me. Just crazy, just crazy. These past 2 months, a lot has happened in your company. Your best friend and boss resigned. Your IT VP resigned. What happened? Oh, I see what this is doing. I see what this is doing. It's just accounting all of the different formats it can use to match. I don't think you can match by... Kind of unfortunate. I was hoping to like be able to like always make the first variant of an enum the default, because that's how it works in Protobuf. But I don't think Pro's thing supports that. Hey Ken, I saw the story. It's just that people basically it was intended as like just a simple summary of what it is, but like people were getting confused by it, so I'm not really referring to it as a Discord clone anymore. They can give you more sick leaves than you are allotted, but you will be borrowing those from next year. Sounds like just an amazing work environment. Yeah, really great for health, really great overall, yeah. Oh, we definitely don't want that, yo. Anything else we can use here? I don't think so. Oh, like the presentation they had was like received badly, or what happened, Codex? Oh, for sure. No, like I said, I think limiting sick days is freaking stupid. Like, you know, obviously you should need a doctor's note, but like, if a doctor determines you're too sick to work, what is limiting sick days gonna do? And like, well, what is the benefit as an employer of making people come to work sick? One, they're gonna work like crap, and two, they're gonna get everyone else sick too. It's just stupid. What if you're more sick? Wait, I thought you said they can't limit sick days. That sounds like sick days are pretty limited. Right? Tell me about your day, Robin. Alright, let's implement it manually. Let's just do... Since I can't do like any code gen for it, I think I'll just I'll just do impl default for group role. User. There we go. And now I can do unwrap or default here. Wait, is it just that the issue? That it's not copied? Do I even have to do that then? Or was I just being silly? I was just being silly. Oh no. Where does the default implementation come from? Oh no. Oh, they have it here. Okay, well, sorry for doubting you, pros. That was just being silly. Hey, Joannis, how you doing? Frozen Sparkle, thank you for the sub for 6 months in advance. Thank you, thank you. You want to travel to a place where it's just green for miles and clean air? Does Austria have that? Yes. Absolutely. The countryside in Austria is all of that. You don't have to go to Austria, but there's like, you know, beautiful sceneries in Austria. Oh yeah, Robin, exactly. You're tired of IDEs, how come? It was a shaky start, but you were able to get some weird compilation bugs. You're trying to get some work done. Is this for work or your own stuff? Work, okay. How's work been going in general? Oh, what's up, Lily? Yeah, it's pretty nice, huh, Sparkle? I'm confused. Why is there a hype train if there's... What happened? Did a notification not play? Huh? I'm confused. Why is there a hype train? I've never seen a hype train from a single... Oh. Sub notifications don't happen unless someone... Is that new? IDEs break, shoehorn AI stuff into it, and generally have features that you don't need. That's fair, yeah. Now, if you're fine with like configuring your own stuff, then for sure. Frozen Sparkle, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hey. Now we're really into the hype train. Thank you. I appreciate you. Someone's a secret, so basically they don't want anyone to know. So like the opposite of you. Okay, that makes sense. Work has been better now that you've made it past the initial design step with your coworker. You have a pretty solid expectation of how you want to design things now. Well, on the topic of work, the compliment I want to give you today is that I think it is really wonderful that you pay so much attention to accessibility, because you've mentioned that even if you like can't talk about your project, you mentioned it's like all about accessibility, and it's like an incredibly important topic that doesn't get nearly enough attention. So I think it's wonderful that you're, at least to an extent, dedicating yourself to it. I think that is really virtuous. I will go with virtuous. Yeah, go ahead, Frozen Sparkle. Anything you want to share, I would love to know about. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what IBM Web Methods is. You do wish you could dedicate more of your life to it, but as a contractor at the moment, that's a bit of a struggle. Oh, so this project is still basically just like a side project then. Wait, I thought work was accessibility now. Did I misremember that? Oh, it's ESB? Alright, so anything that uses the owner now probably also needs the admin, yeah. Let's just do is admin. matches some group role admin. Do we even need to check that here? We probably just want to make this smarter, right? Yeah, how about this? How about we just make this a map with the group role? That's way smarter. Both of your contracts you work on are accessibility work, and all your work is contract work. You're basically an employee-owned contracting firm. So, what makes you say you cannot dedicate enough of your life to accessibility then? How would I make freelancing... Are you asking, like, how would you personally make it as a freelancer? Well, if freelancing isn't popular where you are, that's definitely a complicating factor. I guess start with like smaller projects for like, you know, individuals, you know, like other single person companies that might not be willing and able to reach out to like, you know, big agencies to make stuff for them, you know? Like, you look for small stuff and try to get the word of mouth out. Networking, basically. Again, I'm using SQLite for local storage and a little bit of Postgres and Scilla. Oh, you're trying to help the freelancers you have. Just to be nice or for a specific reason? Because if those two clients do stop working with your firm, you have no other accessibility work on the docket. But, I mean, you specifically still do like all accessibility work, right? Oh, you were in their shoes once, but what did you do? How did you do it? You quit it because it was like too, like not, like too hard to be successful with it. I haven't heard of Chlorend. Is it called Chlorend? Okay, this needs to be keys. No, this needs to be keys. And now that's happy, good. Alright, it's kind of weird that... The owner thing is a bit strange right now. I'll have to think about that one more. Your whole company has done it at some point. Your boss slash co-worker and the other 2 employees have at some point too. Even your interns have. So accessibility is part of your expertise. Oh, as in like that's the only work you have at all. Okay. But that still means you're dedicated to accessibility, no? Like, is it more worry that the company might be going under? Or... It's unsure what the future will hold, that's more what you mean. Makes sense, yeah. This is members. And your... Oh, we don't need this. We don't need this at all. This just becomes this. Yeah. So that's nice and simple now. And this just becomes... this. Though this is nullable, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess we can make it not null. I don't know why this was nullable to begin with. Was it nullable to begin with? It was. Why did I have a nullable boolean? Because I'm weird, that's why. Only weird people have nullable booleans. Alright, so, right. Ooh, that actually makes it simpler. That makes it a lot simpler because... It makes it a lot simpler because full stop. Let's call this group member. You have started to have a better... Oh yeah, the RUST documentation is incredibly nice. It's super good. Am I calling Java weird now? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't think that's what GM means in games. But I'm assuming you're making a joke. So this now becomes, we can call this members, right? Surely we call this members. Let's do a recargo. Members is... a group member. Alright. So that's simpler. Nice. So yeah, so you're basically considering quitting your job, right, Sparkle? You had a client who you were working with for over 2 years, and all of a sudden they dropped you in favor of internal employees. Huh. Some new person coming in wanting to, like, make a change for the sake of change. Because of the environment, okay. Do you have, are you like eyeballing a specific company already? This needs to be keys. Mm-hmm. All you're thinking of right now is your vacation. I like that. I like that. If it's been super stressful, then taking like a vacation to clear your head and like make choices during or after that, that's a really good plan. There, that should be a lot happier now, and it is. It is much happier. Why are you unhappy? Because this also needs to be keys, right? Yeah. Uh-oh. Contains key, that's what we need. That is what we need. Need less than or equal here. Mm-hmm. That would be pretty crazy, but it's been known to happen. Like the software space can be a surprisingly small world. It was the opposite. How so? Right now, we don't need this anymore either. Alright, everything happy now? Oh, what? Oh! Wait, how was this before? Wait, was this just broken? I think this was just broken. Yeah, this was just broken. Alright. You were the internal employees and the manager is the one who cut off the other guys. Oh boy. Let me see whether there are any other instances of this. I'm assuming no, though. They probably would have popped up before. Yeah, I just didn't notice this one because group deletion is not something I've done in a while. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. See you in a moment. Yeah, I got a good camera for the fishies. I spent a lot of time researching what would be a good camera for them. I have like an actual like proper mirrorless camera for them. Actually a pretty cool setup, I'm kind of proud of it. Alright, now we need to make this change on the front end too. So this is probably gonna be unhappy, at least it should be. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, the front end exists as well. It is how it goes. Oh, they're so precious. So you're not a big fan of front end then, are you, Sparkle? You're gonna go take a nap and come back to this work later. Your lack of sleep is finally gonna win out today. I hope you enjoy your nap, Robin. I appreciate you. Alright, so now this is less unhappy. What are you unhappy about? Right, this thing. Okay, so this is the... Finally, demotion and promotion are unfortunately gonna go away. So I think there's a... I think the, Bitsui context menu supports sub-items, right? Yeah, nested menus, yeah! Context menu sub, good. Is there even a point to this wrapper? I feel like there isn't. I feel like I just use Bitsui directly. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of you. Now you're gonna be unhappy, but we're just gonna do... import context menu from Bitsui. How? Same thing here. You're realizing now that there's 4 machines managed by Nix in your room alone? Yeah, you're that kind of nerd.
Realize there's a lot of false imagery out there.
From Bitsui.
I get disturbed when I see these press reviews.
Wait, what does not liking front-end have to do with being an introvert?
So-and-so upcoming producer is hitting the charts or is on...
Can't wrap your head around it. You tried it in university like 7 years ago, then when you went to real work, it was just database and backend, then moved into the current job. Okay. I mean, you don't have to like front-end. Like, not everyone has to. Context menu. Open. Oh wait, no.
Falling into these traps of something that is not you.
Oh no, so this here, right. I'm wrong. Context menu, dot trigger. Guess what we want. Spore with fish? I want to know about that. That sounds cool. This is so big. I guess because the video is so small. Wait. If it's a roguelike, what does it have to do with Spore? That doesn't look very Spore-like. Whoa, what's happening here?
If I had to say one more thing on the subject looking at growth, to realize
Is that what Spore was like?
boxed into a scene,
It's been so long since I played Spore.
you may see yourself making music in a given genre, but then you have an accidental hit on YouTube. Hey, Steph out there,
I'm generally not a big fan of roguelikes.
I didn't know that, and then they'll shift towards that. Which of course,
But the builder looks cool.
creates more pressure to create more things like that.
Well, Spore was more than just the creature builder, right?
To realize that who you are and what you may succeed at.
Like, Spore had like a whole real-time strategy-ish element to it.
different than how you
What was the text that was on the screen there? Was it "you died"? Damn. I don't know, like for me, I guess I liked the later parts of Spore more. Yeah, Spore was so long ago. Spore was ages ago. It was really good though. I feel like everyone loved Spore. What are you complaining about? A root, right? Yeah. I mean, Spore had like a super complicated history now. Why are you so unhappy? Stop being unhappy. Like, if I remove this, you're gonna be... Yeah, so what do you mean unused? It's literally not unused, you dummy. Alright, so... Or... Group role... Members... Same thing here, map from begin to chat... Group role... Oh, s'more! Wow. Roles. That work? Oh, right. Does that just, I wonder. We can just do this, right? We need to, like, assert to find it because, like, the... There. That's what we want. Why are you unhappy? Oh, return. Whoops, forgot that TypeScript doesn't have auto returns. Whoopsie. Alright, so this needs to be set group role user. This again needs to be member set. This thing and JSON value role. Thank you, Reza. Oh, that's a good time for a stretch. Thank you. How you doing, Reza? Data members. Why are you unhappy? Oh, right. Cause okay. What is this? I like a weird C there. There. That's good. You're doing okay. Glad to hear it. Or, how come just okay? I know some people say okay when they mean fine, and some people say okay when they mean kind of meh. Either way, I hope you're having a good day. I guess let's make this 3 else members get, right? Boring, not too bad, you had worse. Makes sense, makes sense. How come boring? Work or just not up too much? This has to be, Oh, I see. Okay, no, that makes sense, actually. So this needs to be ID, right? Like this. Oh, okay, I see what we're doing. How do we want to do this? Do we want to... I mean, I guess we can just spread it to an array first, then sort. Oh, please don't apologize. I'm here to talk to you. You're like, if anything, the work is a distraction. Like, you know, my favorite streams are the ones where I get nothing done because we're just chatting all day. So please never worry about distracting me. Or I guess we could just make it even more convenient by doing, No, we... I guess it's fine. Let's do... We can do like this. This works. Unresolved type big int. Okay, buddy. You're convinced there's no not kinda annoying way to manage secrets when it comes to nicks? Because they always have to be in the configuration file somehow, right? So I guess like a Nix configuration file is like kind of like a secret itself. Kind of awkward because either way we have to do like extra map lookups. Or map to like a bunch of arrays. Keep this, I guess. And just do keys here. Not enormously happy about it, but, you know. What do you mean possibly undefined? No, it's not. What do you mean? Oh, it's so annoying! Assert defined. Okay, no, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do the not annoying thing and do ID role map to this thing, and then this does receive ID role, because anything else would just be more annoying. And then we can do Y and X here. What? As const. You done being stupid now? What do you mean? Huh? I haven't heard of AgeBox. What's AgeBox? Or AgeNix or SopSnix. None of those mean anything to me, I'm afraid. Oh, that's the wrong user. I guess it's just chat user though, right? This needs to be chat user. So now this is less unhappy. But why is the S-cons thing not working here? What if I just give this a return type? Why doesn't problem? Don't you just love it when you have a buddy at work that while working you meme together with? Yeah. And so why did your friend leave? Was it also because of like the toxic environment or what happened? So why does the as const tier not work? I don't get it. Is this svelte being weird? It might be svelte being weird because this should work. Oh, you got a really good offer. Okay. What does he do now? There are all various ways of managing secrets in this context. Agenix and Subsnix being Nix modules. Okay. You want to be able to decrypt files and then read their content at build time. So no matter what, you would need to store the secret in the build file, right? A manager, okay. Application integration manager. Wow, that sounds very corpo. Oh, that's the issue. I see. I see what we're doing. All right, okay, I see, I see. How about this? Oh, that's it. Oh, I see. Oh, it's so annoying that they do this message thing. That's so annoying. It is very corpo. Yeah, I figured. Okay, so this is a different error message, I'm assuming. No, it's not. And what if I don't put this here? Okay, so this we do need the sconst here. Right, so the issue is that... How do we do this? How do we do this? And Nixflakes will just ignore any file that isn't checked into Git on NixOS rebuild. Oh, so you cannot like rely on like the optional presence of a file basically. So you can't just like provide an additional file that isn't like checked in. That's a complicating factor for sure. found a travel package that includes Germany and Austria. Oh, so you would like, travel with the group and get to see them both, or how does that work? You don't want people? Fuck people! You hate people, huh? What else does this include? ID, name, and status, right. Alright, and if we import a user from here, now you're unhappy, of course. User view, I suppose. Not happy about this one either. Alright. Can I import group role here now, please? Are we less? Okay, now we're finally not unhappy. Good, we are finally not unhappy. Get enough of people at work, people at home, you want your space, that's fair. You deserve your space. Well, what will that do then, Lily? Would the flake in this case be the file that you're not wanting to check in? Or... Sorry, I bumped the microphone again. Record... Group role... String. Group role... Admin has... A flake is a Nix file with an attribute set consisting of 2 attributes, inputs and outputs. Okay. One day I'll learn about all of that. One day you're gonna teach me all of that. What icon should we give admins? Which just does nothing, I'm assuming. What brand is the crown? I guess it's Font Awesome itself, okay. What icon do we give the admin? We have the crown for the owner, the shield for the moderator, the watchful eye. That's a good icon for an admin. Hippo. Could use the key maybe, but that's weird. That's a big smiley face, not a magnet. You cannot tell me that's a magnet. That is a very happy face. That is not a magnet. That is someone who just farted. That's what that is. Central icons. Buy. I mean, I don't want to buy it. The button does nothing. The button does nothing. Are we talking about the same thing? Because this doesn't work. Wow, okay, fuck you. Probably when they started aggressively monetizing it. Hey 46, how are you? You paid for it, but it was honestly worth it. You like the icons then? I mean, I would have liked to just look at them, but apparently I'm not even allowed to do that. Fish! Yeah, fishy! That eye is too low though. I like exclude pro ones. Course not. That would be too easy. Ooh, a tweet for Pete. I will do once I find an icon. What can we use for... I mean, what if I just enter admin? Hammer for the band hammer. Whatever, I'll just use user type because it looks so serious. I won't keep this anyway. This icon system says it's just temporary anyway. Yeah, you gotta pay to exclude paid icons, exactly. We definitely need to handle the owner's better too. Active group owner role. There. There we go. That works. Did I finish the big refactor? Or which one? What about a VU badge? What would a VU badge be? Alright, I'm gonna be right back, and then I'll give Guru Remy his treat. BRB. Okay, let's give Pete a treat. Hey, Grammy. Come here, Grammy. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Here he. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hi, cool. You're going? Such a good fish. Such a good fish. Such a so precious. Such precious fishes. Bark. I love them just so much. Hello. Alright, so this we want to be a owner or active group. How about we just do if active group first of all, so we don't have to do all of these checks. Do we have this in multiple places? No, I guess it's fine. Or owner role is admin. We do context menu sub. How's that work? Yeah, sub trigger, sure. Set role. And then we just list through the roles here, I think. That should work, right? Each group role? Does that work? Am I allowed to do that? What's the syntax again? The each syntax is kind of weird. As role? Are you not allowed to iterate through a... I thought you were allowed to iterate through an enum. TypeScript enum iterate. Is that not a thing? Which one is better to learn Rust? Big projects or a lot of small ones? If you're starting out, I would always recommend small projects. I mean, my personal favorite is a small project that you make progressively bigger. Always keep the scope to something that you can, like, that doesn't overwhelm you, you know? I don't think you've forgotten everything. I mean, you learned a lot in those 3 months, right? And sure, You may have forgotten some things, but they will be a lot easier to learn when you have to look them up again. Oh, in, not of, but in. Does that work? Oh, object keys, okay. It's just an object, okay. Object keys, wow. Filter is nan. Is nan wow, okay. You never see me use AI, why is that? Because AI isn't interesting. AI is just trying to automate away something I enjoy, which is programming. I have no interest in chatting with an AI about what I want to do. I just want to write the code, you know? Why are cookies named cookies? That's a good question. I don't know that. Let's look it up. Etymology. HTTP cookies share their name with a popular baked treat. It was coined by that guy. It was derived from the term magic cookie, which is a packet of data a program receives and sends back unchanged, used by Unix programmers. Okay, and why are those called magic cookies? (2002). The state object is called a cookie for no compelling reason. I doubted that there was no compelling reason for the state object to be called a cookie, and I suggested that browser cookies were probably named after Chinese fortune cookies. As it turns out, the Netscape cookie specification document is wrong. My Chinese fortune cookie theory is wrong too. We all know the best way to find something out on the internet is to put a wrong theory on the internet and someone will come out of the dumps and correct you. The guy who invented browser cookies told me exactly. See? Just put something wrong on the internet and someone will correct you. They're named after the computer science term magic cookie. A magic cookie is a token or a short packet of data passed between communicating programs. 1979! But why is it called a cookie? I guess it's kind of lost to time. This turned into a rabbit hole. Whoa, okay. I guess we don't know why it's called cookie. Here, yeah. Exactly, but why are these whoa, what? The term magic cookies migrated to Unix directly from the hippie world. Wow, okay. So they just randomly named it after that, wow, okay. That's crazy. What a crazy rabbit hole this simple question turned into. I had no idea. So I guess HTTP cookies are called cookies because of drugs. Okay, now we know. Now we know that. Okay, well, let's see whether that works. Let's do key. Oh, roll. Don't need this, don't need this. So let's see whether this works. I need to pnpm dev. I don't think we're gonna change the name of cookies at this point. I find that highly unlikely. Well, the breadcrumbs are more obvious, right? Like, breadcrumbs are called breadcrumbs because it's like a trail of breadcrumbs that leads to where you are. That one's actually from, like, was that, I mean, it's like a thing people actually used to do, right? Like, leave trails so they could, like, find back to where they came from. They try to kill cookies. We'll call it spaghetti instead. Why spaghetti? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, it's the wrong way around, though. Reverse. And I guess we need to style the submenu now, too. Is this just, how is this style anyway? You are a... Wait, no way, this is an Oh, that's so dumb! That's terrible! Why are you an Is there any indication that this is like a submenu? Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I guess I can just style, What if, instead of doing this, we just style data context menu content? Will that work? Yeah, okay. What's with the focus thing? The outline. It's kinda nice. Oh, it even has side. Ooh. You can like use this to like change the border radius. Oh, I want to do that. 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 Do you have a data side? No. Ooh, okay. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm wrong. It isn't. I was confused. I was upset, but I was wrong. How about we do... side left. Border top right radius 0 and left also 0. What? No. Bottom right. And then for side right, we do this on the left. It's the wrong way around. I don't really understand why. But, I mean, that also looks really stupid. I'm not gonna lie. How about we only do the top? It's kind of cute. It looks kind of dumb, but it's kind of cute. Why is it still wrong? Does it not reassign the side properly? What do you mean? Does it not assign the side properly? Data side right. Oh! Data side. Whoopsie. No, it's still wrong. Huh? Top left, top right. Okay. Okay, now just what I wanted to. Oh yeah, no, spaghetti code means like, you know, confusing bad code, basically. I don't think Google sold Chrome. I don't remember that. Using Nix plugins, you think you can import encrypted Nix files at evaluation time. I hate it when every solution sucks. Hate it when that happens. Okay, then this is on click, set roll, roll. Wait, why is this? Oh, that makes it string. That sucks. Every solution sucks here too, so I know how you feel. I mean, honestly, what do they say about repetition is better than the wrong abstraction? I think that's where we're at right now. There. I love the multi-line cursor. That's such a cool feature. Alright. Now let's see whether this works. Set role. Moderator. Oh, it crashed. Oh, it crashed. Oh yeah, because it didn't update the rate. So it was previously a Boolean not null column, not a Boolean column. Alter table. Can you change the type? You can't, right? You can't do that, I think. Okay, alter table group. Is it users or members? Users. Drop column moderator. Add column role integer not null. Default 0. I mean, it's not. It's just silly to keep it private anyway, because it's like I registered the domain already anyway. So it's not a big deal if you say it. Okay, this needs to be is admin. Oh no, we need yeah, I get that. Is this what we want to do? Yeah, okay. So, edit anyone can do. Delete should only be the owner, I think. Set role can also be admin. Oh yeah, so this one we just don't need, okay. Alright, that's good. That's good. Okay. So now I should be able to set role moderator, and we do get it. So it doesn't seem to be displayed correctly yet, but if we reload, maybe it works. Where's your class? Where's your class? It does have the role, so it seems to be a front-end issue. So something in here, I would assume. Oh, this is wrong, not own role. This should be... members get ID. do... You're smart enough for me doing this here. No, you're not. That's a shame. Could have inferred that if you were real smart. But I guess you're not real smart, are you? Or? No. You're not real smart. Oh well. How about now? There we go, they have a shield now. So why is the crown gone now? Oh, why is the crown gone? Oh! That's why. There we go, there's the crown. There's the crown. And now I can also make them an admin, and they have this icon, and I can make them a user, and they have no icon. Good, perfect. All right. That is good. So let me double check that the permissions here are what they're supposed to be, but I think they are. Of course you can, Sparkle. As long as it's not like an AstroTurf, feel free to share it. What does it do? It lets you meet pen pals from your smartphone. Does it just kind of like match you with random people? Or... Oh damn, it even has a delay. The delay is what hooked you. How long is a delay actually? And how do you pick? If you do want to pick. And so just to confirm, if I'm user 2 and I'm made admin, I still cannot kick the... Yeah, okay, I cannot kick the owner. Good. But the owner can still kick. Good. But the user doesn't... Why was the user not notified about that? Did it get any kind of message? No, it didn't. That's not good. Wait, why did you... Wait. Then the order of things is wrong. Oh, of course. No, that makes perfect sense. We need to hear... It's not Concat, what is it? It is Concat, right? No, it's not Concat. How can I like add another element to iterator? Oh, there's topics to choose from. Okay, okay. So like you don't choose a specific person, but you can like choose whether you want someone who has like similar interests as you or someone like completely random, basically. I guess I could chain. Oh, one? Oh, okay, 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 okay. There we go, that's what we want. Alright. Now the person should be notified when they get kicked. Okay, no longer an admin, that's good. Make them an admin. Kick them. Okay, and there needs to be some like handling for when the current group gets left. I thought I had that. Clearly I don't. If this active screen... ID is equal to, or like, if JSON there. What do we use this anyway? That's kind of a dumb way of doing it. Try this again now. I join the group. I kick the user. What happened? Wait, Oh! Whoops. Hold on. That's wrong. Don't want to do this for every user. Only in here. Try again. Join the group. Kick the user. Okay, there we go. Good. Alright, I will stop a little bit early today because I need to be up slightly. Oh my god, I will stop a little bit early today because I need to be up slightly early tomorrow. Not a hard sentence, but I stumbled over it. Friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the fun conversations, and I will see you again tomorrow. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Follow me if you haven't yet, so you know when I stream again. Join the Discord, check out some of these links, and let me know whom you would like to raid. Any raid suggestions? Is that a person unstoppable, or are you just using an abbreviation? I have. Unfortunately, I think she's about to stop. Thank you all so much for your company, friends, and I hope I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends! You're very welcome. Always happy to provide.